Let's say you are a lawyer in Texas who's looking to rank for keyword like car accident lawyer in Texas. And what we are going to use today is a software called Ahrefs. You can also use SEMrush, who's an equally potent software. These are basically SEO softwares which will show you what all keywords any website is ranking for, what sort of competition you are up against. So in this particular keyword, this score that you see here, this is called as domain rating, and basically it's an SEO score out of 100 for each website. So today we'll be seeing how we can basically, with the help of Claude, just do all of this backlink analysis research within 10 minutes. So you do not have to spend hours in order to understand, okay, how do I do backlink building and what do I need to send to my SEO team or my marketing manager? How many backlinks do you need to buy? So for example, let's assume you want to rank for car accident lawyer Texas, and these are the sites that are currently ranking. So just by looking at it here, you can see, okay, the first site ranking has a domain rating score of 52 out of 100 and they have total 28 backlinks. Similarly, the second site is Texas Legal Group. They have got 34 domain rating. Another one has 38. So if you see just from here, and for example, if you see the Texas Law Dog, they have like 2000 backlinks, as if you see from the first look. But the reality of it is very different. A lot of these 2000 backlinks would be the links that are not even indexed into Google search, and that is why today I'll exactly show you how do, as SEOs, we do actual competitive analysis of how many backlinks you need to rank, and these are the kind of results we are able to do through this particular process. And how do we automate? So for example, this is an automotive garage we are working with, and we literally took them from zero organic search traffic to 1000 clicks per day and $2.8 million in yearly revenue just through SEO. This is another home remodeling contractor we are working with, and you can see they're ranking in top 3 for all of their locations. Similarly, this is an HVAC contractor we are working with, and we have tripled the number of calls that they were getting and triple the revenue that they are getting. So for example, let's get back to the Texas Law Dog, and you can see they have like 2000 backlinks coming to their website, right? But if we look under the hood, we will filter out how many do follow backlinks they have and how many unique referring domains that they have. So these two criteria itself, so there are two type of backlinks if you're not aware. One is called do follow backlinks and one is called no follow backlink. A do follow backlink is the kind of backlink where the site is telling Google that go give credit for this link to this particular website. So if I am linking out from one of my articles to your website, and if I mark that link as do follow, then only the link juice passes from my website to your website and you get SEO credit for it. If I mark the link as no follow, then you do not really get SEO credit for it. So that is why we have filtered out only do follow link is what we want to see. And then one important metric is one link per domain. So for example, if I link out from an article of mine, then there would be one link from my domain to your domain. But if I'm linking out from, let's say, a footer, and if I have 2000 pages on my site, you will get 2000 backlinks from my domain to your domain. But the value of these 2000 links are not equal. So the first link will have a significantly higher value and all of the other links will have much lesser volume. You have to also understand this from Google's perspective, that if they allow all the links to have equal value, then their algorithm can be very easily manipulated, right? Because I can simply link from my sidebar or my footer, and if my site is 100,000 pages, all of a sudden you get 100,000 backlinks and we just dominate the whole market. That is not something Google can allow. So one link per domain and do follow backlink, these two criteria are the minimum. So just all of a sudden you will see the number went down from 2000 links to 400 links already. So that's like 75% reduction already. Now there is a backlink and there's a high quality backlink. So what do we call a high quality backlink? Personally, for me, I call a backlink to be a high quality backlink if the site from where we are getting the backlink must have domain rating 40 and above, and it is also getting at least 2000 monthly organic search traffic from Google itself. So if these two criteria are met, then I call that backlink as high quality backlink. So if I apply these two filter here, and you can see that the referring domain from where we are going to get the backlink, if it has a domain rating score of 40 and it is getting at least 2000 monthly organic search traffic from Google, I apply this filter and then I select best links only. Now you will see some magic happening here, that and once it loads, so you can see now it only comes out to be 31 links. So now do you see how us as SEOs, I have 14 years of SEO experience, how do I dissect what sort of competition we are up against? We are not up against 2000 backlinks, we are actually up against 31 high quality backlinks. So if we are trying to dominate this market it where we want to rank for a term like car accident lawyer Texas, 31 high quality backlink is what we are up against. So now we go back to the question of how do we actually use Claude Cowork or something like Claude Cowork to actually dominate and automate this whole process where you do not need to be manually doing everything. So this is the prompt that we are going to use in order to actually dominate the whole space, and I give you all of this prompt. You just need to comment and get all of this prompt for free. So what we are first doing is just giving it the context that you are my senior SEO analyst, and with Claude Cowork you can basically connect through MCP, Hrefs, or you can give it a Chrome access of SEMrush, and it will just go ahead and execute all of this for you and come back to you with all of the results. I will also show you in this video. I've done a quick short task for this, and I'll show you what kind of output Claude Cowork was able to generate using the prompt that I have to give it. But let's just look at the prompt first of what exactly we are asking it to do. So we are asking, you are my senior SEO analyst and access Ahrefs in Chrome, and then I've given the go to keywords explorer. So for here example, I've taken roof replacement Austin, and then it's also doing a backlink gap between, okay, this is my domain, and then for this particular keyword what we want to do is look for what are the other sites that are ranking for this keyword. So find out the top 10 organic results and skip ads and other irrelevant sites. In for example, we don't want to be competing against a YouTube video, right? Because a YouTube video's intent is different versus if you local business, the intent of our page is different, and for each row it's extracting all of this data from Hrefs or from SEMrush, and then for per competitor it's going to do a very competitor drill down, for example, and these are some of the things that it's going to apply, so that the link type has to do follow only and one link per domain. Everything that we just did manually, Claude Cowork is also going to do the same thing for us, and then sort by DR and everything, all of the stuff that it's going to do. And then one very important thing it's going to do is it's going to categorize all of the links that our competitors have in different buckets. So DR70 plus links are like the top tier high authority links, DR50 to 69 are mid authority, DR30 to 49 are low mid authority, and DR0 to 29, these are the links I don't even consider very high quality links at all. They're likely low value or most probably even PBNs for that matter. So this whole categorization will give you direct amount of links that you need each domain or each tier for that matter. So it's not like you need 30 links. It will also tell you, okay, you need 30 links. Out of those 30 you need 5 DR70 plus, 5 DR50 to 69. All these calculation, if an SEO or an SEO agency or even your in-house SEO has to do, it will take them maybe to just categorize all of this information and present it to you, whereas Claude Cowork can probably do in 30 minutes premium looking. So now let's look at one of the reports that we have put together in Claude Cowork. Let me just pull up this backlink gap analysis. I have done this for roof replacement in Austin. So what it did was it pulled up all of the data for sites that are ranking for roof replacement Austin, and you can see it found out that a lot of the links had a very high spam score as well, and they're using PBNs and black hat networks as well for these particular sites. And then you can see this is the exercise that we were just talking about, that how many DR70 plus links that our competitors have. So this is the aggregate metrics, how many DR50 to 69 links, how many DR30 to 49 links, but it is also actually giving you that the total number of links, DR0 to 29 links on an average is 39. That is where we have to also use our common sense and our SEO knowledge in general, because yes, Claude Cowork or any AI tool for that matter will give you raw numbers and analysis on that number, but from an SEO experience we need to know that what works in a niche and what kind of links are actually required. For example, one DR70 plus link is better than 5 of these DR30 to 40 links, right? So you have to understand this is something you can only get from the SEO experience or working in this industry. And by the way, if you'd like us to take care of your SEO, you can always go to alventramarketing.com. The link would be in the description, and you can click on the get started button and book a call with us. We'll do a full audit for you together on your call, and we'll help you get results like these as I mentioned. But let's get back to how this report was generated. And then you can see here it will also give us our target to rank in top 5, which is very crucial, because generally with most of these AI, and if you go to ChatGPT for example, if you simply ask if I want to rank for a car accident attorney in Texas or roof replacement in Austin for example, it will give you very generic advice that you should get high quality backlinks. But how many high quality backlinks? All of this data here, because we have connected Hrefs, MC, or if you are giving SEMrush Chrome access through Chrome for Claude Cowork, it is able to extract all of real data from your competitors, and then it is able to give you all of this number, that then you can send this either to your SEO agency, to your SEO person, and ask them, okay, this is the number of backlinks we for to actually bridge that. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, it is important to keep in mind. Now these numbers are always have to be taken with a grain of, because it's AI just taking raw data and just trying to make sense of it. There's all strategy element involved into SEO to look at and actually manually analyzing. Just to do all of this exercise and to come up with a report like this, any SEO person probably 1 to 2 days, whereas Claude can do within 10 to 15 minutes and come up with a very, very detailed strategy. And then you or your SEO team can into it and cross check whether the strategy created by Claude is actually the right one, or is there some sort of modification that's required from a strategy point of view, and go ahead and execute it. So this is how I am able to actually automate the backlink research part just within 10 minutes of using Claude and an SEO tool. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and if you want access to all of the prompts, comment and I'll send over the prompt to you. Anyway, if you got some value from this one, hit the like button, it really helps the channel grow. Drop a comment below with any of your questions. I read each comment and try and reply to each one of your questions with a very detailed answer. So make sure you drop your questions in the comments below. And subscribe if you want more AI and SEO related content every week. By the way, we took one business from $0 to $1.7 billion in revenue just through SEO in 11 months. If you want results like that for your business, link to book a call with us at Alventra Marketing is in the description. See you in the next one.